All right, dude, we're back.
We're back. Segment number 3.
Segment number 3. We've come a long way.
How many segments have you done before this in your entire life?
First time.
0.
Yeah.
You've already done 3.
I'm a
3X'd it.
I'm a virgin.
You're Grant.
I'm Grant Cardone.
You're
10Xing it.
Stern.
Yeah.
10Xing it. We're not going to be here for 10.
These guys are so amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I look at just like anything else in life, right? You're always comparing yourself to some standard, right? Some benchmark, right? If you're an athlete, if you're in business, if you're a real estate agent, doesn't matter what you do. I look at these guys on all their platforms. I'm blown away.
Dude, he's like 90. Grant Cardone.
Cardone.
He's mid-60s.
Mid-60s.
That's crazy. He's got so much
energy. So good.
I don't know how he keeps going.
I think it's TRT.
It's got to be something.
Shout out to TRT.
Get me some.
Yeah, dude, you look like you're on TRT.
No, but he's 65.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think it is testosterone, though.
No, but he's got so much energy. Even if you're on TRT, you still got to bring it.
But that's the funny.
Like the Barry Bonds thing. Like he was doing steroids, yeah, but he still had to swing the bat.
That was cream. That was all.
Was it?
Some nutrients and minerals.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you're right. You have to know how to swing the bat.
Yeah.
Before, look at you dating yourself with Barry Bonds.
I like it. Barry Bonds was the man.
It's funny, you talk to kids these days and they'll talk about like an old baseball player and they'll talk about Mike Trout.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's
so
sad.
funny. Right? You're old. Yeah, you're old.
I'm old.
Mark
McGwire.
Yeah, dude. All right, dude. Enough, dude. The people
Sammy
watching.
Sosa?
Dude, he's white now. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Good for him.
Yeah. He went through the process.
He made it happen.
Yeah, it sucks. You know what though? Like, I have a close friend of mine that has vitiligo, and it's the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you start to get these spots.
Got real.
Yeah.
Is that what he has, Sammy?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Kind of like Michael Jackson. People are like, oh, you switched colors. It's like when you have vitiligo, you start getting these patchy like spots of white.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, well, do you want to have those spots?
Or do you want
to just kind of like, get rid of the melatonin or whatever. Melanin.
Yeah, melatonin.
Not
Like
melatonin.
sleep.
Yeah, you're right.
I need some of that.
Yeah, seriously. I've seen what you use to go to sleep. It's like,
Have you?
yeah, dude. It's like, no, it's like,
Spying on me?
no, it's like white noise or.
Oh yeah,
noise.
the white noise for the kids. Yeah, the kids wake up every couple hours.
Yeah.
I don't hear it because I
It's
got
amazing.
white noise.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
loud. I walk into your house.
Yeah, it's like an airplane.
Yeah.
Just running.
Yeah, that's, yeah. I need to try that because I don't sleep well.
You don't sleep at all.
Yeah.
You're like,
That is true.
he's texting me 2 a.m. I'm like, dude, this guy's not
weird.
asleep. That's for sure.
And listen, I want to give some advice to people who run businesses that work with other people that aren't self-employed. Do not email, Slack, or text employees after like 5.
Yeah, I schedule the emails.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even bother them.
I use Streak, which is like an add-on to like Gmail because we have like Gmail Enterprise or whatever. But like, dude, you come up with a good idea or you see something, you're like,
schedule it. Yeah.
see something, say something. Yeah, say something. Send that at 9 a.m. Schedule it and send.
Unless you want to piss someone off. And I do that sometimes. Like, hey, can you send me this? It's Saturday.
Passive aggressive.
Yeah.
But real estate agents are
And
always
then I time them.
Oh, jeez.
And then I go,
Look
hey,
at the
man,
read receipt or something?
I go, it took you 6 hours to get me some. I could have done that myself.
Oh, my God.
And I probably did do it myself. It was just
Work well with others.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
We talk about how like, I'm like, are you scaling your business? And like going back to the kind of closing the loop on the Grant Cardone and the Cody Sanchez and the Ryan Pinedas of the world. You look at their like profile and it's like 10X.
Yeah.
It's like they probably did, right? But they're marketing themselves to people that, they're never going to 10X.
Yeah.
But
Not at this pace.
not only that pace, but it's that small business owner attitude, which is like, well, if you aren't going to do it, I'm going to do it myself.
Yep.
And that's not how you build a business.
That's probably not how they built their business.
no.
They're in front of the camera all the time, but there's a reason why. They have a support team that's able to.
No, it's a
Look at
good
you.
point. Yeah.
I'm over here stressing.
Yeah. I mean, I stress.
Oh, you look good. You look good for stress.
Yeah.
It could be the makeup.
Yeah.
Could be the makeup.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Sammy Sosa does not have vitiligo.
Damn.
Yeah, he just puts on a cream.
Well, shout out to Sammy Sosa.
And the cream. That
Yeah.
worked.
And shout out to
Has bleach in it. Wow.
that can't be healthy.
He's still alive.
Remember when Trump was telling people just like in COVID, he's like,
He's probably right.
just drink bleach.
That's the
And
whole-
you're like, no.
The whole time he was probably right. It could have just ended the pandemic if we all But back to business.
Yeah.
So how do you scale that, right? How do you become the Grant Cardone where you're still enthusiastic and you're out there? I mean, he's got a lead funnel galore. So how do you build, what's day one of that lead funnel?
So in the previous video, right, we talked about the need to have paid and organic.
Which I don't know either one.
Well, you know organic.
I know organic now to a certain extent, right? It's still kind of limiting in my...
I mean, you're crushing it.
Yeah, crushing it.
Yeah, you are kind of crushing it.
But paid, I have no idea. I'll give Instagram $40 here and there to do a little sponsored. I have no idea what's going on.
How often have I said to you, just let me do your paid?
You say that, but you don't really...
I do mean it.
No,
I do mean it.
Everyone says that. And then when you call their bluff, they vanish.
Okay, so this is
let's
delve into
we have a good opportunity now to force you to do it for me.
Yeah.
Maybe. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Teaching moment.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, right, we've talked about in that last podcast between paid and social, you can't choose one or the other. You have to build both. I think if you're in real estate, you made a great example in the last podcast. You're like, dude, don't post a video of yourself standing in front of a house, right? Or with the family that you sold the house to, right? Like, it's just not going to work for paid.
Yeah.
But I gave you the example of this guy, Jason Berry, in Rancho Santa Fe, which is like an exclusive community, very affluent in San Diego. And listen, he's showing off properties that are like $10, $20 million on average. So the property kind of sells itself. But I think if you're a real estate agent, you want to do paid, showcase the home.
Yeah.
Showcase the home, have that ad run for just a few days and then measure what the engagement is.
Yeah.
Are people liking it? Are people sharing it? Are people commenting? What is the content of those comments? And I think you can kind of growth hack it from there. But I think, you got to have both. You have to have a plan. And I think the dangerous part about not having a plan, and a plan includes paid and organic. And I think I liken it back to that like Mike Tyson quote where he goes like, everybody's got a plan until you
get punched in the face.
Yeah, absolutely. And the algorithms will punch you in the face with paid. We talked about in the last...
And organic.
Yeah.
They shift out of nowhere.
Yeah, they do shift. Yeah. And it is an ocean, right, with ever-changing winds where the waves can crush you, right, if you're not paying attention to the analytics. And I don't want to get too serious and sort of gloom and doom, but it has to be something that you figure out. And with Google, dude, they have ways to get certified that are free so that you can understand the ins and outs of running ads on Google.
Rewind. What does that mean? Google. So day one, I go to Google, get certified, or
you can, yeah.
Certified in what though?
You can get certified in PPC, right? And pay-per-click, which I think is very important, right? Because they've built.
That's interesting. I have no idea.
Yeah. So for all of you guys or gals out there who are like, well, how do I do PPC? Yeah. Listen, you can sit in bed at night on TikTok for an average of 3 hours, or you can put your laptop in bed and spend an hour a night, right, getting certified with Google, how to use their platform. You still got 2 hours scrolled, nonsensically through TikTok. What's funny is we were speaking to our TikTok rep, and they're like, yeah, well, fastest growing demographic is 25 to 45 male, and they're like, people spend on average 3 hours a day on our platform.
That's crazy.
Like, dude, what are people doing with their life?
Yeah.
What are people doing with their life? I'm probably a bad example, but it's for podcasts and stuff, which I love. I'm using it on a plane. I'm downloading it, listening to it on a train, in the car, right? When I don't have my kids in the car.
Yeah. The gym, you're on the Stairmaster, something like that.
Absolutely, dude. I'm not sitting on TikTok. And maybe that's because I have to use these platforms for a living.
Yeah.
So you end up being desensitized to the magic.
Yeah.
Because what it's kind of you work in Hollywood and you're behind the camera and you know what goes into creating the glitz and the glamour.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, it's not real.
Yeah.
Right. It's not real. And it just leads you to not want to use the platform. I mean, do you use Instagram personally?
No, just for work. I mean, it's
you're
all
not scrolling through.
No.
You're not going to find Josh late at night going, look at this dog.
No, definitely not. Yeah. Would never. So get certified.
Yeah, get certified.
That's something new. I'll learn that today.
Yeah, get certified. Have a balance. Have your organic game. Have your paid game. And people, listen, people that I meet, and I think this is kind of an interesting anecdote. We're building a pool in the backyard, and for some reason our AC went out. You remember me asking for an AC guy? You're like, dude, I got a guy. So the guy comes over, and I like bullshitting with people. I want to understand their journey. He's like, dude, I own my own business. I'm like, no, okay. How do you get leads? And that seems to be like a question I always ask people. This is what my interest is in creating these funnels. And he's like, all right, so this is how I do it. And it's pretty much all referral. I'm like, oh, you don't run ads? He's like, no, don't buy ads. Or don't run ads. I'm like, oh, would you buy leads like Angie's List and stuff like that? He's like, no, I don't buy leads. It's all referral based. I'm like, okay, well, I'm thinking in my head, like, how do you scale a business based off of referrals? Yep. And he couldn't answer that question. And so what he told me was that he was trying to he was trying to become a broker for off-brand private label, shout out to Kirkland, AC equipment. So he's like, well, these are the obstacles that I have to overcome in order to do that.
Yeah.
I have to have 10 million. I have to have a big warehouse that's over 100,000 square feet. And I've got to stock all these AC condensers and stuff, the ducting, the electronics. And then I'm going to run ads, like PPC ads, to contractors that are looking for an alternative, right, to buying equipment directly from the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, how are you going to get $10 million? He's like, I don't know. This guy's on the back nine of his life. This guy's like 50 years old.
Yeah.
It's like his back hurts, right, from bending over, working, toiling, installing AC.
Yeah.
Cuts on his hands. Like this is the guy, I call it blue collar millionaire.
Yeah.
I think it's from Roderick actually.
Take it.
Yeah.
No
it's
one
mine
knows.
now.
Yeah. No one would have ever known.
Yeah. Absolutely. So the guy's on the back nine of his life.
Yeah.
Like you want to potentially, right, shake the foundation of financial stability that you have today with teenage kids and a wife and, your home. You want to put all those chips on the table.
Yeah.
What if it doesn't go right? So I tell the guy, I'm like, if I was you, I would do things a little bit different. And this kind of goes back to my wife saying, like, you give advice.
Too much advice for free.
Yeah. But it also kind of closes the loop on this whole thing, which is like, I can teach people to build funnels. And so I told the guy, I'm like, I'll help you create a business, right? And he's like, well, what does it do? What are the capital requirements? I'm like, no, I'll do it for free. I'll build you a website where there's content about each type of AC equipment, make and model, right? Train, right? All these different manufacturers, what the respective models are, the use cases, square footage, whatever, locales, and organically, these pages will rank in the SERPs, right? In Google. And people will have utility for what content you're producing, meaning that they'll have this long tail like term, like my AC is making this sound. And we'll have an article about your AC making that sound.
But isn't it hard to get ranked? Like it's not easy. Like,
I mean, it's not. Yeah. It's not easy.
That's
but it's predictive. So and that can hold true for paid versus organic, right? If you're in the business loan business and you're looking for a PPC strategy, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to bid on a term called business loan.
Yeah.
Wrong.
That's what people do though.
Right. Because that key term in any given...
But that's what people teach you as well.
Well, I think that's the growth strategy that you'll learn if you hire an agency, like you said. They're like, well, we bid on the word. It's just, we're being outbid.
Yeah.
And then the larger like lead aggregators or people with huge budgets, they'll bid and they'll outbid you.
So what do you do? So I get certified. Yeah. Cool. That's easy. 2 hours there.
Yeah.
You start your Google AdWords account.
I would start with long tails. My AC is making this noise, right? And there aren't going to be a ton of queries per month like there are, right? For some of the others, like a manufacturer, like a Train AC unit, right? There's going to be like 30,000 queries a month for that. And the big guys are going to, they're going to block you. They're going to block you.
Yeah.
So I would say if you're just starting out, go for those long tail keywords. So I told the guy, I'm like, we'll build this lead funnel for you. And he's like, well, then what do I do? I'm like, well, if it's creating leads in San Diego, that's what your target is, then you can do two things. You can use those leads, or we can sell those leads. And so with a very simple, WordPress template, right? So you want to start a website, perfect. Do a WordPress, go to Theme Forest and pick out a theme. So you're not like building the website on your own. Mm-hmm. They have all these themes. It's $50. Nobody cares what a website looks like, right? The SERP cares about the content and the usability, right? It's the UI, UX, right? Really, it's the UX these days, right? Are you good on mobile? Because that's where all the users are.
Yep.
So I'm like, yeah, we'll start with, and I say it very fast. And maybe that's why he doesn't trust me to do it. Because I'm like, dude, I'll do this for you for free.
I think you say it very confidently.
Yeah.
And that's where it gives off the
creepy vibe.
Not creepy, just too good to be true vibe.
Yeah.
Anytime I've heard someone confident, it's like, all right, bro, like I wouldn't be talking to you.
But I'm not bragging.
I wouldn't be talking to you if you were that good type thing, right?
That's true.
You would be untouchable, in my opinion, right?
That's true. You'd have layers that you'd have to
to
fight.
Get to you. So that's why people are probably like, it's too good to be true. Like
I offered.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can sell the leads too. We build that website, start with WordPress, use Theme Forest for a theme, integrate with Stripe credit card processing, create lead forms. In order to buy the lead, it's X amount. You have like a premier level, maybe where the lead isn't sold.
Yeah.
Right? More than once. And then you have like the gold, silver, bronze, right? And so like whatever, you have different types of lead categories for like the quality, let's say, for example.
So you're telling them to build a business essentially, not do more heating and air.
No. I think, in any sort of capital intensive business, if you're going after something that can be done better by a larger company, that's like, that's the gods telling you, don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't buy or lease 100,000 square foot tilt up.
Yeah.
Right. And stock it with $10 million worth of equipment and then hope you have a plan.
Yeah.
So, I told him this and he was like, I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
And then he fixed my AC and drove.
He fixed it.
$150 later.
Mission accomplished. $150, not bad.
No. Yeah. I mean, it was, it was your referral.
That's probably why.
Yeah. But he could have said it was $1,000 and I still would have paid because I trust people. And I thought maybe like this was a good idea. It's been a month. I haven't heard from the guy since.
Yeah.
And the truth is like for me to create this for this guy, I'm going to lean on internal resources.
Of course.
For them to create it. I'm not going to create it for him.
Yeah.
But I'll get it set up and I'll hand it over to him. And, maybe it took us 10 hours to build, but that guy then has a business.
Yeah.
So, the question, going back to lead funnels and these two like platforms, like Paid, for example, we talked a little bit about like the balance of like lead funnels versus like organic versus paid. But I think with Paid, you have to have an omni-channel approach. Do you have that?
No.
What's your approach?
To Paid? Nothing. In Paid.
Okay. But like, you have organic Instagram.
And that's about it.
What about YouTube?
I don't like YouTube as much. It's more longer form content.
Well, what about Shorts?
Shorts have been successful. We've been uploading on Shorts.
Okay. How's that doing?
It's doing not as good as Instagram, but still good.
Okay.
But lead flow's dead on YouTube. There's no way to communicate on YouTube.
Really?
It's not like a DM. There's no DMs, and you have to leave a comment.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, and the comment gets lost in space or something gets edited. But
let's talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah, YouTube is more content. You're just consuming content. Yeah. Where social media like Instagram and Facebook or whatever, Snapchat, you're more embedded with relationships, and you're communicating back and forth with your user directly. Yeah. Where YouTube, you're just kind of like a movie star. Yeah, it's hard to get through.
It's a good point, right? Yeah. It's probably not the right platform for what you're doing.
Yeah.
I don't think YouTube's a great platform for us either. Even YouTube Shorts. It's just like, that's not YouTube. And this is my perspective, right? So take it with a grain of salt. But from my 20 years of being in this space, right, doing marketing and creating lead funnels, YouTube is for brand awareness, right? So if you have unlimited access to funds, go after Twitter, right, with display ads, video ads, that type of thing, and then use YouTube, right, the long form content or YouTube Shorts for brand awareness. But if you're looking for lead funnels, if you're trying to hack growth, I think you're right. But I think there's one thing that you're not doing, that I'm kind of critical of. We've talked about the SEO game. We can get to that in a minute. But do you know what I'm going to do?
No. I'm waiting for the
drum
punch
roll
in the face. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the punch is coming because everybody has a plan. I want to talk about TikTok.
Oh, yeah. TikTok.
Why don't you have a TikTok?
TikTok's tough. I don't want to blame China, but I blame China. A lot of the views are not.
Shout out to China.
They were just here.
I'm talking about the wrestler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to her?
Sexy.
She died.
No.
Yeah, she died.
Really?
Lev.
Fact check.
Lev, you haven't done anything in a couple minutes.
Yeah, Lev.
Did China die? The wrestler.
So you see that query? And you're going to hate me for this.
Yeah.
Is China dead?
She is dead or was dead?
No.
She was dead.
She's the
back.
whole WWE thing.
Yeah.
She'll be back.
Oh.
No, she actually died in 2016.
Oh, that's
2016.
terrible. Old news.
Yeah.
But you see what we did there? Your query on Google, right? What was the query?
China WWE.
That's it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, there's no,
But he translated. He dumbed it down for.
Yeah, right. That's why he's like the human manifestation of AI.
Yeah, he's good.
You should put that in your LinkedIn profile. That's your title.
Yeah.
But like it comes down to the query and kind of going back to this, which is like people are going to query things 20 different ways, 100 different ways. It's not infinite. It's not the universe.
Yeah.
So understanding what your queries are for your business in a both organic and a paid, or from an organic and a paid perspective, is super important. Don't bid on these high ticket keywords, right? Where it's like you're in the business loan business. Okay, well, I'll bid on business loans, which has a low of 50 and a high of 75. That's not smart. How are you going to compete with lead aggregators? Yeah. But there are people out there that are going to say like, I'm a black-owned business and I need a loan, right? I'm a minority-owned business and I need a loan. I'm a woman-owned business and I need a loan. And there are a substantial amount of queries for those long-tail keywords to the extent where you can bid on it. It's not going to be foundational from the perspective that you can scale, but you can get high-quality, low-traffic leads at a very affordable price.
Yeah.
And so you want to cover your basis, still bid on those business loan queries, right? But have a fallback, right? And so anyway, but going back to TikTok, why don't you have it?
I have one. It's just
personally, or this is business?
Business. Okay. Nothing personal. I'm a businessman.
Okay.
I don't like personal stuff.
Nobody wants to see pictures
of
your kids.
Cares about my kids or me
at
Subway. Eating the $5 footlong. I have it that you just don't get the growth. I mean, it's not. You have to be. Maybe it's my content, right? It's not quality content for TikTok. I think these funny videos that I've recently released will do well on there.
Yeah.
But the informational stuff on TikTok it's garbage. My views are horrible. And that's maybe because my approach. Maybe I suck at it. I'm pretty sure I suck at TikTok compared to Instagram.
Okay, so on Instagram, right, you're doing 1080 square.
1080 square, yeah.
But like, TikTok's 9:16, so it's going vertical.
Yep. I've tried the vertical route.
Right.
It's not as good. It's good information, but no one cares about good information on TikTok.
Can I offer some advice?
Your wife says not to, but go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah. All right, here's what you want to do. You want to build a new AC business.
Yeah.
No. I think what you should do is you're filming, I don't know if it's Rolo, right, Roderick?
Yeah, the funny videos, yeah.
The funny videos?
Yeah.
Somebody's filming that, right? And are you using professional like cameras or are you just
iPhone.
Using an iPhone?
Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Film it both ways. Film it holding it vertical, 9:16, and hold it horizontal, right, which is 1080, right, square. And then post that same video to Instagram, right, to TikTok. Don't post to TikTok first because there'll be a watermark.
Yeah.
Right. So, follow like those prudent sort of guidelines with, sort of the order of operations, right? But post it and see with these funny videos, see how they do.
Yeah.
I think you're right? Content wise, the ironic ones, those are funny videos.
Yeah.
Right. I think it'll work on TikTok.
Do you think they'll work on paid ads?
It's a great question. So tell me more. What do you mean by
like if I did like say one of my permit videos.
Yeah.
I sponsored it or I put money behind those ads.
Yeah.
Do you think those would reach they'd obviously reach people because I'm paying for that, but do you think they'll convert well, they'll get clicked, they'll get liked, or they'll just get kind of overlooked?
I think the first answer is I don't know, but if you're asking for my opinion, I speak to people every day who are asking me advice, right, on how to hack lead funnels, paid versus organic. There are certain industries where people in those industries are fickle. We'll call them haters. Legal is one. So for lawyers who are
like personal injury and stuff like that,
yeah, PI stuff, you do not want to be sponsoring videos. You got to go organic. And I think if you go organic and it's funny, you're going to get leads that way. There's maybe Lev, you can find it and kind of put it down. But there's one or two guys on TikTok and Instagram who are like standing, they're talking about their client. This is like criminal defense stuff. And it's organic. It's not paid. But they're saying like, I got my client off, and it's funny, it's humorous, it's ironic, and it's not true.
Yeah.
But it's showcasing a personality. Yep. It's showcasing a narrative that, you got a DUI, right? Whatever, misdemeanor, right? Even felony charges.
Yeah.
And this criminal defense attorney is good enough to get you off. And so I think organically that works. If you try to run that same ad, and this is sort of akin to what you're talking about, if you try to run that ad as a sponsored post on any platform, I think you're going to create an opportunity for your competitors to crush you, because people are fickle out there, and they're going to click it, and they're going to tell all their other friends to click it.
Yeah.
Screw Josh.
Yeah.
Screw Josh.
Yeah. Who's this guy? Who's this new guy thinking he's funny?
Yeah. It's funny because like I was speaking to an attorney who was like, well, what do I do? I was like, well, you can do sort of like what we just talked about. You can have an organic, like an SEO lead funnel, where you're writing content about PI and criminal defense and whatever like areas of practice that you have for your law firm. And I said on the paid side, what I would do is I'd set up a company that sells ads, right, to law firms. And I think if you do that, then it's less sort of, it's less obviously specific to your practice, and you're democratizing leads for other law firms, right? Making it accessible to them.
Yeah.
And so, they're not going to click it to the extent where they're doing it out of spite. They're going to click it because they want to buy leads. Yeah. So I think for you asked sort of a question. So if the answer has been kind of long-winded.
The answer is no, basically.
Yeah. Well, I would say differently. I would say use that to build a lead funnel, not for yourself.
Yeah, for other loan officers, realtors, stuff like that. Yeah,
absolutely, dude, right? I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's how you scale a brand. Because I think you get to a point where it's like, for you, as maybe you can speak on this, but like, how many flips can you do?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, how many guys do you want to hire to represent these properties and to work these flips? Or would you rather just create, it's going to take longer, but create a business that then sells these leads?
Yep.
I think the future is selling leads. Should we delve into that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. We have time.
Yeah. We've got a few minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
Thomas is like, we don't got time.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
Thomas gotta eat.
Sorry, Thomas. Yeah, he's got to go. I think the future's in leads, and I think there's been this huge shift in how people market, and I think it's evidenced by affiliate marketing. Mm-hmm. And for those of you that don't know affiliate, it's you probably do, you just didn't know that name. So if you're on TikTok or Instagram and you're watching an influencer, and they're like, well, this is this eyeshadow, and I love to use this eyeshadow because it makes my eyes look big. I don't even know what eyeshadow is.
Yeah.
Nor do I. In any event, that influencer, whatever, dude. Yeah.
I didn't comment on it.
Don't judge.
I saved the joke.
Do not
I
judge.
saved it. I was like, I didn't want to go there.
He was without sin, cast the first stone.
That's true. I didn't cast it.
Shout out to religion. Holler at me.
No, don't do that. You get sponsored by the wrong religion.
Pray.com.
They're going to give you that. Is that a real thing?
Somebody added me on LinkedIn today. I saw a notification. The guy was like, the CEO of Pray.com. I was like, I dig it.
Dang, that's a good URL.
Good business.
Yeah. That's a good lead.
My father-in-law always says, like, he's Korean. He's like, dude, it's a lead source.
Yeah.
Yeah. We actually advertise.
Selling those to all the religions.
Yeah. Our display advertising actually is on Bible.com or whatever, which is an app that people download to stay up on their Bible game.
Yeah.
And Google Display runs their advertising, right?
So you're reading Leviticus 3:14
Let's go.
Cardiff business
Do
loans.
you need a business
up?
loan?
Wow.
Yeah. And obviously, it's not incongruent to what that person's looking for. No, what they're reading for sure. Yeah.
David and Goliath and then Cardiff.
Well, but Google knows that person's a business owner.
Yeah.
And that's why they're going to serve them that ad.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And Lev, correct me if I'm wrong, but we have seen leads that come in and like lead origin, the attribution is like Bible.com.
I'll have to check, but I do remember seeing that we were on there.
Yeah, for sure. But like going back to the, what were we talking about? I lost my train of thought.
Me too.
Somebody help me.
Rewind. Lead funnels, affiliates.
Yeah.
Social media.
Yeah, social media. Yeah. So we're back.
Yeah.
We're still talking about affiliates. Yeah. And so we're talking about eyeshadow.
Yep.
And so that person has a UTM string, right? They have a
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a fancy name for a link.
Okay.
And that link could be like eyeshadow.com /UTM equals,
Josh.
Josh, because Josh is peddling eyeshadow.
All day.
So everyone who clicks that, I'm buying it, by the way, from my beard.
Sold. See, it worked.
Easy, dude. Slam dunk. Oh, man.
$2.
$2. But you're getting paid on that.
I see a lot on, say, Amazon, where they have those affiliate leads and the influencers like, hey, I just staged this Airbnb property. Yeah. Here's my list.
Yeah. This is what I used, right? Okay. This is the couch that you loved, right?
Yeah.
The mid-century modern Ames chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's affiliate. And like these people, when they refer you to that product or service for that matter, they're getting paid a commission. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's where the market is moving for leads. And so it's like for hacking growth, and we can kind of end on this point, you can create leads for yourself. You can create a lead funnel to sell leads, or you can hack it further. And I think this is the future. So it's reaching out to influencers across the ether on all platforms, making sure that they have an audience. Again, I'm going to use that word congruent. That's congruent with the audience that's buying your product or service. Mm-hmm. And as long as they have that audience, let them be the mouthpiece for your advertising, right? And give them the tools, sort of the bullet points of like what you want to say, deliver them the product so that they can make this messianic like message, which is like, this product's going to change your life.
Yeah.
Let them be the John the Baptist, right? Like selling, right, your product. Yep. And have them, be in all four corners of TikTok or Instagram, right? Or YouTube, right? And let that be your funnel.
Yeah.
And I think, we can delve into this on a future podcast, but like, that's how you hack.
Yeah.
Those are the tools that you hack. Running Super Bowl ads, that's not in the cards.
Yeah.
Right? I remember YouTube reaching out to us, Lev, and they're like, how would you like to be in the Super Bowl? All you need is a minimum spend. I think YouTube's hosting on YouTube TV.
Yeah.
And they're like, all you need is a spend of $250 for that event. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, well, that they can probably we can monetize that. We can make sense of that. But it's like, you only have a certain amount of arrows in your quiver. Where do you want to point it? Let's end it there.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that, man. It was
awesome.
awesome.
Good. Yeah.